Alright, so last time I asked you to do the months one. So the people that sent me, I did actually help them with this specific one, with the months when we want to extract it. Our step one, first thing we need to do is get the ID number. Do you agree? So what I'm going to do, it's basically the years one. So I'm going to take the years one. I will just edit it. Alright, so what I did for months, I just copied my year one. So we don't want the first two, we actually want like we want numbers 3 and 4. So if I want number 3 and 4, just changing my variables. So step 1, get the ID number. So that's what we do. Step 2, we need to now extract only that piece. So first step, getting the ID. Then from there, on number 3 and 4, we want to copy out of ID. Do you agree? In which position do we want to start copying though? Yes, so we want to start in the third position. And then how many characters do we want to copy? Yes. So the answer would just look like that. So then in our edit months dot text, we want to display that variable. So the key thing here is most of you tried, you extracted the ID, good. We gave it a name, we said copy out of ID, which was good. Starting at 3, which was good, but then a lot of people said from 3 to 4. And that is wrong, because that is not a stop position. That is for how many characters do we want? And we just want 2. So starting at the third position, taking 2 characters. And that's how that one works. So now the day one, let's go to, we only want the days. So days is the same, except days are now numbers 5 and 6. So step 1 again, get the ID number. So we get the ID number out of the edit box ID. We put it into our variable ID. Second step, our variable gets the value. We call the copy function because we want multiple characters. We want to copy out of ID, which is good. Which position do we want to start copying from though? Yes. And then how many characters do I want to copy? 2. And that's it. That's how it works. Then we can go on to the next one. I'm going to skip that one for now, quick. Alright, so skipping that one, just quickly going to this one first. So if I want to know where the number 9 is, what's the first thing I need to do? Yes. Step 1, get the ID. So we've got the ID. I create my ID variable, and I take the ID from the edit box and I put it into ID. So now I've got the ID. Now the next step, I want to find out where the number 9 is. So if we've got an ID number, let's say something like that. And I ask you, where is the number 9? What will you tell me? All right, so because we know it's in the 9th spot, so that 9, what data type is that? Like the answer we're going to get when we find out where the number 9 is, what data type will that answer be? Do you agree it's an integer? Because it will either be the first character or the 7th character or the second character or the 10th character. So it will be an integer value of where that specific character is. So I'm just calling it num. So now my num variable will get the value. Now which function do we have that can help us find out where something is in a string? Yes. And how does pos work? What's the first thing we put in pos? So pos has got two pieces. It's something comma something. So what's the first thing we put in? So first thing is, say again? Yes, what are, perfect, yes. What are you trying to find? That's the first piece. So we're looking for number 9, but we must just put it inside quotes. So we're looking for number 9. And then what's the second piece we need to say? So the second piece is, where are you looking for this 9? And you agree, we want to know where is the 9 inside the ID. So I'm looking for 9 inside the ID. And that's your answer. So now I just want to display that. So to display, how do I display that answer that I've got now into this edit box? Let's see, it's called 9, EDT9, yeah? Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, and then inside the brackets, perfect. Yeah, and that's all you do. So if I take this code, because now with the next one, we want to find out where is the 6. So if I paste it there, what do I need to change? Yes, and then we need to change one more thing. What else? Yes, perfect. And that's it. So again, step 1, extract the ID number. Step 2, your variable gets the value from the position of 6 inside ID. And then we just display that answer. It's perfect. All right, now we can just jump to the last one, the random. So now we want a random digit. So this one, what do we need to do every time first? When we want to get a random digit from the ID, what's our step 1? See, if we want to display a random digit from the ID, what do you think? What will our first step be? Yes. Perfect. So step one, get the ID. Okay, so we just going to copy paste this again. All right, now I want us to think a little bit and I need you guys to work with me and tell me. So now I've got the ID number. So the question is, I want to display a random character from this ID. So what do you think algorithmically, what's the next thing we need to do? All right, so this is basically the algorithm we're going to follow. So as we said, first step is to get the length. Our answer will look like that. So what data type should our answer be? Oh, very, yes, perfect. So that variable will get the value. How do I get the length of the ID? Which function do we use? Yes. And I want the length of the ID. Perfect. Now we've got the length. So now I want to generate a random number between 1 and the length. So what data type will that be? Also an integer, do you agree? Because we want to generate a random position. So it's going to be a 5 or a 7 or 2 or 3. So it's still going to be integer. Alright, now you need to help me again. How do I generate a random number? Okay, so it's a random and then tell me what kind of type. Yes, so that's our range. So the smallest number we want is a 1 and the biggest number we want is this length. To just remind us again how random works. So it's a random open bracket, then our highest number minus the lowest number plus 1, and then outside plus the lowest number. So I wanted to write that because there's too many ones here, then we might get confused why. So it's the highest, which is length, minus the lowest, which is a 1, always plus 1, and then outside plus lowest, which is again a 1. Alright, so now we've got that. So now we want to extract the character at that position. So if I want to extract the character from a string, what data type will that be? Alright, so yes, so string is correct. Let's just say ch. So the thing with this one, I would think that's why I understood why you said integer, because I mean the ID number is just numbers. So theoretically, if we extract one of them, it will be an integer. But yeah, in this case, when you just extract a character, it would still be a string for now. We can convert it, but we don't actually want to. So let's leave it as a string for now. Alright, so that variable will get the value. Alright, now how do I extract a character from ID at that position? What can I type here? Alright, so yes, copy could work. So if we go copy, what's the first thing we need to put into copy? No, No, so not the position. Remember, yes, copy first part is out of what? So we want to take it out of the ID number. What's the second piece in the copy function? Okay, so where do we want to start copying? No, you see with this one. Remember, we want a random character. So we want to start at the random position. All right, and then the last part is, yes, and how many do we want? Yes, one. So we're going to copy out of the ID at the random position and take one character. Yeah, that's perfect. The one I was actually looking for was, remember our square brackets. So you could have also gone ID and then square brackets. So out of ID, we take at position ran. So that could have also worked. But if you understand copy, that's fine. Use copy. You don't need to use the square brackets one. Copy will always work. So that's perfect. All right, so now we've got the character. Now the last piece you said we must display. So how do I display that character in there? Random, yeah. Okay. Yes. What do you want to display? Which variable? Which variable? All right, and what data type is CH? Yeah, perfect.